Hey everybody, it's Tara Green here. I want to wish you everybody all over the world Happy New Year. We're going into 2024. It's a universal number 8 year. And the number 8, of course, when you turn it on its side, is the symbol of infinity. So everything is happening all at once this year, like that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's an infinity year. Now, number 8 in the tarot is the symbol of strength, which is like Leo, which is about the heart. We need to be very heart-centered in this year. And it's also justice. So a lot of things will be brought to justice this year. We're going to see that in the news. And it is a year then to really try to stay in balance with all the chaos going on. Now, this is the map. This is the astro map for January the 1st, 2024, set in Washington, D.C. The moon is in Virgo, so it might be a rather down-to-earth, kind of practical, more grounded, more humble new year. Not that people aren't going to be partying a lot, but you know, the moon in Virgo always rules the mood, and so the mood will be kind of like not too over the top. Okay, we want to stay in touch with our bodies. It would be good to be in nature. It would be good to go outside and kind of give thanks for what happened to you all, be grateful for what happened in 2023, and to move on in a brand new way. Okay, now, so the moon, that's really important. Now, the other thing that's happening is Mercury is stationing, and it will move direct after being retrograde in Sagittarius at 22 degrees. So to have Mercury change directions on the new year, even though it's still retrograde technically, but it is stationary, so it is really powerful. So Mercury is in detriment in Sagittarius, but that means a lot of issues with international courts, justice, lots of could be travel issues coming up, higher education, getting corrected, things being reviewed, things being, you know, just rethought, new consciousness, right? Mercury and Sag, you got to be prepared for the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. Now, Mars, the planet of action, is at 27 degrees Sagittarius. That's right on the Galactic Center. One of my favorite spots. The Galactic Center is the big black hole at the center of the galaxy. So you really want to tune in, get your antennas out there, your psychic antennas, and really tune into what the higher consciousness message is. So I'd strongly recommend that you're very grounded and really tune in right at New Year's, okay? Ask, what is my higher purpose? You know, we are going into the age of Aquarius, I believe, as Pluto finally enters Aquarius, you know, in 2024. Excuse me, and Aquarius is the number 17, which is like the higher octave of 8. So definitely all of the symbols are fitting together. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. There's a stellium of Sagittarius planets, so we should be feeling much more optimistic, much more positive. Ceres is at 15 degrees of Sagittarius, and Venus, gotta love those Sagittarians, is also there too. So a love of truth and adventure and philosophy. Excuse me. Venus is squaring Saturn in Pisces. So this is kind of serious spiritual work, spiritual discipline that needs to come into effect. You know, Saturn and the moon are opposite each other. So again, this could be much more of a sober, spiritual year ahead. Okay, you got to remember that this chart is the whole year ahead. Okay, so Saturn opposite the moon could be a year of austerity, problems with food, problems with water. You know, Saturn always restricts and limits whatever sign it's in. So kind of you need to stay very grounded. You know, Saturn is the reality principle in Pisces because there's still a lot of fake news and a lot of wishing and hoping and delusions, illusions, addictions, denial, mental illness going on. And the solution is to listen to the body. You know, the moon in Virgo, listen to your gut instincts. Also really watch what you eat and try to eat the highest vibration food and water possible. That's super important. Jupiter's in Taurus also in a nice aspect to Saturn. So when those two planets are benefiting each other, that's really nice. Jupiter also just turned direct yesterday. So also very, very strong in a very stable position. And, you know, Jupiter will move into Gemini in May this year. And so change things up sort of at that time. What else have we got here? North Node, 20 degrees of Libra. That's an important point for me, actually. And kind of reminds me of, you know, all of those squares that we went through from 2012 to 2015 with Uranus and Pluto. I know that sounds like a long time ago. Well, it is. Okay. Now, what else have we got going on here? All right. Ceres at 17. Is it Ceres? What have I got here? You know, honestly, I can't see. It's Ceres at 17, Scorpio, I believe. So that is a very difficult degree, one of the most malefic degrees. So women taking the blame again for, messing up the world, Lilith energy. You got to embrace Lilith energy there. Now, Juno is at 21 Virgo supporting her. So again, the goddess genius has to come in here. Now, there's a lot of inconjuncts here as well. Juno and Lilith are basically inconjunct to the North Node at 20 degrees of Aries. So we're still building new things, we're still bravely going forward. This is all about soldiering on and releasing past toxic relationships. Now again, Pluto is at the anaretic, the most powerful degree, 29 degrees of Capricorn, where I believe it is the most dangerous and the most deadly. Now Pluto does rule atomic weapons. There has been a lot of talk in the serious astrology community about World War III already in progress, and I do believe that that's happening on some level. So what we want to do is to deal with our own shadows. The more we deal with our own shadows, we won't see that kind of war going on the outer level. Okay, so Pluto at the very last degree, we want to really look at our sense of greed. Capricorn is about greed, especially world domination. You can see that's been going on, in the body. The war has been already going on in your body since at least 2020, if not for a very, very long time. So by taking stock of our own shadows, what we see out there is a reflection of our own inner war, our own unhealed toxic energy. So now we got to take responsibility. That's Saturn. So for all Capricorn and Aquarius persons, and energies, Saturn is still the ruler of both those signs. And in Pisces, it's about letting go and compassion and knowing that we're all one. So while Saturn is in Pisces for the next 2 years, till February the 20th, 2026, really important to do your spiritual work. This is like a karmic ending cycle. Of course, it happens every 28, 29, 30 years, but considering it's also in alignment with everything else that's going on, super important that you do that. Uranus is at 19 degrees of Taurus. So a lot of planets are at 18, 19, 20 degrees. You got to pay attention to that as well. Mercury is also at 20. Yeah, so a lot of planets are in those degrees. So if you have planets at those degrees, also very important. Pluto is also going to move up. Neptune is also going to move up to the 29th degree later this year, also super important. They are in a long-term sextile with each other. So Neptune and Pisces, really understanding our oneness, our dreams, our ability for our consciousness, our feelings, the emotional karmic body to create what the soul desires, and breaking free of the limits and the connection to the physical plane. Now, we really must honor that. That's what the moon in Virgo is saying. No, Lilith is in Virgo there. So what was I seeing there? I can't even see. This is a very small map there. So if I said Lilith, I was probably wrong. It looks like it's Athena, actually. Lilith is in Scorpio there, close to the moon. Actually, they are conjunct. So again, a lot of stuff about the, blaming women. It's all the divine, dark feminine, and the dark feminine is good. Dark feminine is the womb of everything. So, Sun's at 10 degrees Capricorn. If it's your birthday today, it is my husband's birthday. If you were born at the last day of the year, you embody the full energy. So many blessings to you. And I'm wishing all of you a very, very wonderful 2024. I'm going to do some workshops. Actually, join me live. I will be on Facebook tomorrow, January the 1st at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST, January the 2nd at 1 a.m. GMT for the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, doing a live tarot and astrology preview of 2024. So please join me there. You go to the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, their main page. They've got 1.3 million followers there, and I'll give you some previews about that. And if you want to have an in-depth astrology reading, I've got 30 plus years experience as an astrologer, as a tarot reader, a psychic. Please come to me. I'd be very happy to do that for you. So wishing you all the best blessings in 2024.